Hello everyone, this is Ambitious Painter and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is one of the most requested topics, so I had to make it for you. The subject for today's memory drawing is ice cream seller. This is a simple, common scene. You can picture it as a small ice cream shop, a street vendor, or even a stall inside a mall. The idea is to keep it flexible so you can adapt it into a realistic setting while practicing your human figures. This is a very basic memory drawing exercise, so I'm keeping it clear, no extra details or complicated folds, just something practical to help you prepare for your exams. Remember, in memory drawing, you usually get around 2 hours, so plan your layout, sketch carefully, and manage your coloring within the time limit. Make sure to watch this video till the end and let me know in the comments how you approach this topic. And before we begin, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Alright, let's get started. Now you can see I have placed a box right at the center of the page. That's our ice cream cart, the vehicle that holds the ice cream. On the left side, I have drawn a very rough sketch of the ice cream seller handing an ice cream to a little girl. On the right side, I'll be adding more figures, mostly children, since this is an ice cream scene. Of course, you can include adults as well, but try to focus on kids because it creates a lively, cheerful atmosphere. The environment should look happy and welcoming, and your human figures should be drawn clearly. Try to show variety, different types of clothing, different postures and movements. This makes your drawing more dynamic and engaging. And remember, in exams, you get higher marks when you include human figures in different positions and actions. So always try to show variety and life in your work. At first, you can see that I've started with a simple key sketch, almost like stick figures. This step helps us plan the placement of our characters and understand their positions clearly. When you begin, think about the overall composition. It should feel balanced, either in a circular motion or spread across the page so that your drawing includes figures in the foreground, midground, and background. This creates depth and makes the scene more complete. For the sketch, I have kept it very simple, an oval shape for the head, rectangles for the torso, that is the upper body, and straight lines for arms and legs. This way you quickly establish the pose and proportion before adding details. Once the stick figures are in place and the background is lightly marked, you can gradually move on to refining the details. I have also added a dog in the scene because little details like this make the environment look more friendly and lively. You can always include animals in your drawings depending on the theme. For example, in a village or panchayat scene, you could add hens, goats, or even cows. These small touches show that you are observant and that you like to bring realism into your work. The examiners really notice this. It becomes a plus point in your drawing. So whenever possible, try to include such natural details. I feel this hand has turned out a little longer than it should be compared to the rest of the figure. So I'm going to shorten it slightly and adjust the angle to make it less wide. This is exactly why we begin with a rough sketch before adding details. It gives us the chance to spot mistakes early and make corrections. If a figure looks off or if the placement doesn't feel right, we can adjust it in this stage. That way, by the time we move to the detailing, the composition is already accurate and well balanced. If you want more lessons on memory drawing, how to plan, how to build figures the easy way, and step-by-step explanations, I have linked my other videos in the description. They are simple, detailed, and designed so you can follow along. A lot of students feel intimidated by human figures and rush into backgrounds instead. Don't worry, these tutorials break figures down into clear steps so you can practice confidently. With a bit of regular practice, your exams get easier and your understanding of proportion, gesture, and composition improves. So check out the videos, practice with me, and then come back and tell me in the comments how you liked them and what helped you most. While drawing human figures, I have noticed that many people tend to draw too many back views in their memory drawings. Try to avoid that. You can include a few 3/4 back figures if the subject requires it, but don't fill the whole scene with backs. It doesn't look appealing. Most of your figures should be front views, 3/4 angles, or side profiles. That makes your drawing more expressive and engaging. And remember, in outdoor scenes, at least 3 to 4 figures should be shown fully from head to toe. This helps the examiner see that you can handle complete human figures, not just partial ones. In your exams, it's very important to read the question paper carefully. According to the subject given, you need to include the right elements in your drawing. The human figures you add should always relate directly to the theme. You cannot just place random figures in the scene. For example, since today's topic is ice cream seller, I have filled the scene with children. That shows the examiner that I understand the subject and can illustrate it properly. The background, too, should always match the theme. If it's a village scene, or for instance, you might include men in white dhotis and kurtas, or women in saris, maybe even in traditional styles like nawari. If the subject is parents dropping kids to school, then the children should clearly be in uniform, the parents in simple clothing like kurtis, salwar kameez, or saris, and you might even add the school bus to complete the setting. These small details show that you have understood the subject. In this ice cream seller scene, I have shown kids eagerly waiting for ice creams, some of them already happy because they got one, while others are excitedly reaching out. I have also added a slightly older girl standing calmly admiring the ice creams. This contrast creates variety and feels more natural. Even the dog looks cheerful, sitting by the cart as if waiting for a treat. This is how you should treat every subject. Get into the concept, understand the atmosphere, and then draw figures and backgrounds that match. Don't just sketch quickly and hand it in. Plan your figures, decide who should be there, and then draw with intention. That's what makes your memory drawing stronger and helps you score better. We first created the key sketch using stick figures, and now we are simply building the details on top of that structure. This makes the process much easier and more accurate. That's why creating a stick figure sketch in the beginning is so important. It gives you a strong base to plan your drawing. Without it, you may struggle with placement and proportions. So always start your memory drawings with stick figures. Plan out the positions and movement first, and then add the details step by step. It will make your drawing process smoother and much more effective. It's not necessary to show every tiny detail in these drawings. What matters most is clarity. The head, torso, hands, each part should be clear enough to recognize. Instead of overloading your sketch with details, focus on keeping the human figure proportionate and accurate. A clean, well-structured figure always looks better in memory drawing than a cluttered one with too many unnecessary details. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how to add color to a memory drawing using watercolors. It's going to be a simple step-by-step guide that will be helpful for both elementary and intermediate students, especially beginners preparing for their exams. You'll see exactly how to start coloring human figures, how to balance light and shadow, and how to use hues across the page to bring your scene to life. I'll also explain why I keep my drawings clear and how you can place light and dark areas to create contrast between the background and the foreground. This makes the final drawing pop and look more beautiful and engaging. So stay tuned and don't miss the next video. It will definitely help you improve your memory drawings. So now you can see the picture coming together. The scene looks cheerful and complete with the background elements in place. I have added trees and houses to make the setting feel whole, and this also helps the children in the drawing look more lively and realistic. The background supports the figures and together they create a happy, balanced composition. To complete the scene, I have added a few more figures in the background along with some simple buildings and railings. The idea is to make the drawing look whole but without adding too many unnecessary details. The background is kept clean and simple, so it won't take much time when we move on to coloring. And that's it for this drawing. I hope you enjoyed the process and found it helpful. We'll continue in the next video with coloring, so stay tuned for that.